So I wanted to do a little follow-up video with you about peat. Do you guys remember peat, the paint-eating bacteria? Here are all of the controls and peats that I set up at different temperatures, and that's what you've been seeing in the lecture so far. But I did a final check of everything, and we found some really cool stuff. So I really wanted to show you, even though you've got pictures of them, I wanted to show you live. So these are the outside peat and controls. The peat cans are on the bottom. So out of all of these, the ones on the bottom are the peat cans, and then the ones on top are the controls. So in this case, the outside one, there was no difference that I could tell between one or the other, there was no difference in color change in the peat outside one, but there was a bit of a difference in the color change in the control that had some contamination in it. So that was kind of interesting. Lab temp was really cool. I was excited to see that. This one has quite a bit of dramatic change there. The lab temp control also had some contamination. I checked the pH of the lab temp control on the very first day, and I think the pH paper contaminated the beaker. But there's some, we lost a little bit of color there, so interesting stuff happened there. And interestingly enough, the pH changed as well. All the pHs for the pieces of can that had any color change had a higher pH, and the ones that didn't, mostly the controls that weren't contaminated, had a lower pH. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Okay, this is 37C. We had a little bit of change right about there, but not a whole lot. There's some scratches from me trying to get it out of the container with tweezers. This is the peat one, the control one, no change. 22C, which is room temperature, quite a significant change. So this is the peat one. There is the control one. That big long scratch is just the tweezers, I think, when I tried to reach in to grab it. The ones in the 22C were in a flask, and no, that was lab temp. These were in a beaker, sorry, but I probably just scratched that. Okay, 45C. Let's see if I can change the angle here. There was quite a dramatic change in the peat one as well. It's a lot lighter than it was originally, and the control didn't have any temperature change either. So I'm gonna rinse these off with water and then look to see what happens from there, and I will either take a picture or I'll show you a video of it either way.